Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Tea Tuesday. This is actually my second Tea Tuesday, and I'm so excited to come to you today with some more tea, centered around the corporate ladder climb, and in particular, the challenges that we women face in this corporate ladder climb. And today's Tea Tuesday subject matter is around working hard and why working hard is just not enough. By itself alone, working hard is not going to move the needle for you in that corporate ladder climb. Actually, this subject I had on my list of things to talk about, and it was really a little bit further down. Actually, I had some other topics I was going to talk about early on in these Tea Tuesdays and get to this one a little bit later. I actually wanted to build some context before I got to this, but when I was on LinkedIn, like most of us are, I saw an article that, I found quite interesting, and also thought, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about this sooner than later. And the article was one that was posted, I think it was back in June, by Clarine Mitchell, and the actual title of the article was "Black Women in Corporate America Are Hurting. The phrase 'just smile' creates a heavy load for Black women." And I was reading that and I was like, wow, a heavy load, really? And in her article, she uses an event that happened on reality TV. You know, we have all these competition shows on television, and I watched some of them, not a lot. Years ago, I used to watch a lot, and I just said I had enough. But in the particular one that she uses in her article is Dancing with the Stars. And this particular last season, and in case you guys don't watch Dancing with the Stars, it is literally that. It's a bunch of professional dancers, and then you bring stars on, some who have dance training, some who don't, and they compete for this trophy, this mirror ball trophy. So it becomes very competitive, and there's a lot of growth that these celebrities have. So this last season, Simone Biles, which we all know and love Simone from the Olympics and all the gold medals that she won as a gymnast, she was one of the dancers. And she was doing really, really well. And then there was a particular time when she finished her routine, and when you're done, you get critiqued by some judges. And they're from the dancing world. And Carrie Ann, who I think we all might remember if you watch this show, she used to be on In Living Color as one of the dancers. But anyway, Carrie Ann mentioned to her that she didn't really see her smile, and she was wondering, why aren't you smiling? I can't really, see you. And Simone's response was, smiling doesn't get you gold medals. And the crowd just kind of hushed. Some of people said, "Ooh," Carrie Ann was taken aback. And even Tom, the host, he just said, okay, and moved on. So that is referenced in this LinkedIn article as to, when Black women are asked to smile, what kind of heavy load that carries. And as I went through that LinkedIn article and looked at a lot of the comments that people were writing, several people, numerous people, and I will say, Black women, Black men, women in general of all ethnicities and races, but predominantly Black women were saying, look, I work hard. I work really hard. Why do I have to smile? That shouldn't be important. My work product is what's important. So, if you can't get with that, then I guess, it is what it is, because I don't understand why I have to smile. And, this particular person that posted this said it's hurting Black women. So the word hurt, I thought, was kind of an interesting word to use, because I'm thinking, why are they hurt by it? Okay, now, first of all, I get it. I look at me. I clearly know who I am. My hair is natural, dark complected Black woman. I completely get exactly what the point was being made. I get that. But here's what I'd like for you to think of as a fresh perspective. Okay, first of all, the analogy to Dancing with the Stars and Simone Biles, probably a poor analogy. Here's why. Gymnasts are rated on their perfectionism with the actual skill that they're doing, whether it's uneven bars, whether it's the balance beam, whatever it is, they're judged on that particular skill and nailing all the idiosyncrasies around that skill. The judges aren't looking at their smile, their faces. They're not paying attention to that. That's not what they're judged on. Simone, all she's known in her life is gymnastics and how to perfect each thing that she does so she can get the highest scores and win medals. Even in the team, when they work as a team, it's still judged as their individual skill and how strong they are. That's why some of them don't always do the uneven bars. Another team member will do it if they're stronger in it. And the person that's strong on the balance beam will do that. Why? Because they're going to be judged. They're going to get the highest ratings and marks around how perfect they are in that skill. That's it. Has nothing to do with their smile or anything else. Now, Dancing with the Stars, though, a little bit different. You're actually dancing. You're showing emotion. The judges, the audience, trying to get to know you as a person. Really, frankly, liking you as a person. Because if you watch any of these competition shows, whether it's the singing ones, the dancing ones, whatever it is, sometimes the people that win don't have the best talent. They're not the best dancers. They're not the best singers. But you know why they win, especially when it turns over to, people like you and I dialing in and voting? Why do they win? Because they are liked. That's how they win. And so when I looked at this LinkedIn article and I thought about Black women in corporate America, or women in general, corporate America, frankly, anybody in corporate America for that matter, why is it not making a difference in your career that you've been working hard and that your work product is perfect? The reason why is you've missed that component, the same one that Simone's not even in tune with because she's still young and growing and learning. You missed the component of being liked. And here's what I'm saying. Okay, look, I know some of you are saying, and what I used to say years ago, clearly, because I used to say it, I don't go to work every day to make friends. I have friends. I don't go to work every day to make friends. I go to work, make money, and that's it. And I grew up with a mom who was real old school, worked in the factory, and she always told me, hey, you work hard, that'll make the difference. So I had my head down working hard for a number of years in the 80s and 90s, a number of years, because I figured that's what's going to make the difference in my career. That's what's going to get me the seat at the table. Well, guess what? It wasn't until I had a coach tell me one day, you know what, Linda, working hard. Working hard, you know what? That is truly not going to make the difference. And it took him a while to help me to understand and to see it. And frankly, he couldn't make the difference until I opened my eyes, start paying attention, and then actually seeing that it does make a difference if somebody wants to see me walk in the room, doesn't have a problem with me in a meeting, sees me down the hall and I speak and they speak. Because you know why? They're establishing a level of comfort, and they're getting to know you, me, for instance, getting to know you, getting to know us outside of that work product. Because I'll be honest with you today, look, everybody, doing hard work, doing the work product, that is just the price of entry today. I mean, it's expected. We get the jobs we get because we're talented, because we've had the experience, and people expect us, as I was told one time, to knock down all the pins. They expect that. They know that's going to happen. But the difference is, if you're really trying to climb that corporate ladder and you want to get that next level opportunity, the difference is, do you have somebody advocating for you when you're not in the room? Nobody's going to do that if they haven't gotten to know you and have at least sparked some type of connection. How do you get connection? By engaging and opening yourself up to being quote unquote liked, right? I don't mean they got to be best friends. I don't mean you have to have them over your house. Frankly, I have very few, rare, if anybody, to my home. But the difference is I don't have a problem if somebody knows that, you know, I'm married, we have 3 kids, we have a granddaughter, you know, just the idle chit chat, that I have a dog named Marcello, and they get to know me. And also, when I happen to walk down the hall, I speak, I smile, because it didn't cost a thing, right? It doesn't cost a thing. But the difference is that opens myself up for the engagement, that tells somebody else that I'm approachable, and then hence the dialogue, and then they get to know you, coupled with the hard work. Now, I know some of you will say, look, Joe Blow around the corner got promoted and he ain't working hard. So-and-so, she got this, and I don't understand because she's not as good as I am. I get that too. I get all that. You know, my mom used to tell me years ago, I remember when I was growing up, I used to always say, well, so-and-so could go to the party, you know, or so-and-so could, you know, have a bike, or so-and-so could, and you know, my mother would tell me, I don't care about so-and-so. So-and-so can go hang out till 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning, go to this party, do that, not go to church on Sundays. Okay, so because I was one of those, went to church on Sundays every time my mom wasn't playing. But she said, you know what? I don't care about those people. I care about you. And frankly, you need to pay more attention about you and what you're doing. Focus on your world and not worry about what somebody else is doing around you. And I will tell you, that is something you need to think about as you're working on this corporate ladder climb. Quit watching John, Joe, Sally, Mary, whoever, but focus on you. Focus on you. What kind of advocacy are you getting? Who is, and that's Marcello, you see him? I told you I had a dog. So what type of advocacy are you getting? Who's advocating for you? Is it just you? Are you even advocating and people are listening? They're only going to listen if you've established that connection and engagement and they've found a way to really like you. Okay? Because you work hard. They see that. That's box checked, right? Work product solid. But do I like Mary? Do I like Natalie? Do I like John? Can I see them adding value in a leadership role for this team? Do I see them in other interpersonal skills that really make a difference and can move the needle in addition to the work product that they give? That's what really is the difference between those people that get stuck, keep their head down, work hard, ain't trying to talk to nobody at the coffee maker or the water fountain, you know, ain't trying to at least every now and then, you know, go to lunch once. I mean, you can actually walk down to the cafeteria if you have one or whatever. It doesn't hurt, you know. And actually, I'm gonna tell you something else. If your team that you're working in and they decide after work they're going to all get together and go someplace for a few minutes, it does not hurt for you to just pop in. You ain't got to stay for hours, but show your face, be cordial, engage, take a deep breath, and just be that you, that likable, engaging, connecting you. And then you will easily see, as you continue to do your work product, you'll start to see people approach you differently, respond to you differently. Now, there's other things too that I truly believe is very critical in this whole process of being liked. And if you're someone that you believe would add some value in that, give me a call, you know, connect with me on Facebook, and we could talk about some more specifics around it, or go to my website. But in general, you know, in addition to the work product and your efforts to allow yourself to be engaged and connectable, that is going to transcend and make the world a difference. You need, I tell you, there is no man's an island. That's a real old school saying, but that is so very true. In corporate America, you do not succeed alone. I can tell you, I guarantee you, that any CEO you talk to, any person that has a seat on the board, they didn't get those positions all because they decided to do it on their own and keep their head down. Doesn't happen, right? It just does not happen. My role that I have in corporate America didn't happen for me because I kept my head down and I was not engageable. Makes a world of difference. So the fact that we as Black women, as this LinkedIn article said, are hurting because of being asked to smile, and we take that as this yet again oppressive stance that white America or the corporate or the man is putting on us. Flip that script in your mind. Take that chip. Although, hey, I'm not saying we've arrived. I'm not saying diversity and all of that stuff is right up there and we are performing in every corporate the way we're supposed to. No, clearly not. We still have room to grow and do. But what I'm imploring you is, don't let that be your roadblock. Don't allow that to stop you from progressing. Don't take that chip, walk around and wear it and decide, because of all of that, I am only going to keep my head down and work hard. And if you don't see me, oh well, shame on you. Because actually it's not shame on them, it's shame on us. It's shame on us. We have a level of responsibility and in the fact of our careers, we own them. We shouldn't be turning them over to anyone else. It's up to us to make the difference for ourselves. And we can't just expect people to hand it to us. It's just not going to happen, because we produce this work product that's off the chain, that's fabulous, that's just, the world's out there and nobody else can do it but me. That in itself, if you are not an engaging person, if someone can't even speak to you and you say hello, that in itself is not going to get you there. Because most of the time in corporate America, you're leading teams, you're part of teams, you're driving initiatives through teams, you're working with people. And we are just funny creatures, right? We just feel a little bit more comfortable if we know who's leading us, if we feel like we can truly believe in and be inspired by and be influenced by this person that has that title of leadership, right? So my subject today, why working hard is just not enough, because it's not. You got to be liked. People have to want you in the room. People have to know you're in the room. And once they want you in the room, know you're in the room, when you're not, they'll stand in there for you and make the difference and advocate for you. So, like I said, that's my subject for this week's The Tea Tuesday. Actually, with a little bit longer this time than I did the first, because I'm really passionate about this. I've seen the difference that it makes in individuals' lives when it finally clicks what being liked means, when they finally get that it's not that best friend thing and I ain't got to tell you all of my deepest, darkest secrets. It's not even about that. But when they finally get it, the difference that it makes in their corporate career and their ladder climb is extremely significant. So that's why I was so passionate about it today, and I moved it up on my list of things to talk about after I saw that LinkedIn article. So again, work hard, do that work product, and then take the time for people to get to know you, just a little bit about you, and say, hey, I kind of like her. I kind of like her and would like to work with her or want her on my team. That's going to make all the difference in the world. Like I said, if you need a little bit more detail, if you're interested in learning more, if you're even interested in working with me, getting some tools, feel free on Facebook to reach out to me, send me some questions, give me a call. I'd love to work with you. And I will tell you, I attest to the fact that just working hard is definitely not enough. Being liked is that gap, that difference. And it's okay. It's okay to be liked. After a while, it might feel pretty comfortable to you, especially when you start to see opportunities come your way, things start to change, doors start to open. You'll find that being liked along with working hard is not so bad. All right, that's enough for this Tea Tuesday. See you next time.